Dave, congratulations. What pleased you most about the win today?
Probably the second half, the reaction. We didn't deserve to be in front at half time. We were lucky to be level probably, and that was a concern just more around what we looked like. I expect us to be a little bit clunky in possession and the combinations and patterns and how they work to maybe take a little bit of time to work. Listen, the lads have done brilliant because we had to change our shape and a shape that we're not. Yeah. Is not really us, but we had to because of personnel and where we're currently at. But that still doesn't take away from it. I don't think it looked like a Stockport County team in the first half. It certainly didn't look like one of my teams. Everyone that's come here know that I want us to be really front foot, really aggressive in terms of how we defend. We didn't do that well enough in the first half, and I told the players that. Massive credit to Dodge and Corey in the second half though, because their threats were wide. I thought our distances were too big, and we didn't get close enough to them. And when you give good players space, they'll hurt you. And they did hurt us in the first half without the ultimate hurt of putting the ball in the net. Second half, you're never going to cancel that out completely, but they nullified it much better. And apart from one big save Corey makes down the side when they've made a substitution, it felt more comfortable than it did in the first half, because like I say, there was wide spaces in the first half, which isn't I won't say isn't like us. It's not what I want us to be.
Is that what changed? And did you tighten those spaces? Did you get some instructions out? Because the momentum did shift, didn't it?
I just wanted us to be more aggressive. I think you look at what are you told as a fullback in terms of distances. I think sometimes we got too close to our centre backs. We're going to defend man v man. So if it's 4v4 on the top line, it's 4v4 on the top line, and there's going to be spacing behind you. Well, you need to deal with that space. That's going to be us. But I think Corey and Dodge gave their wingers too much space. So when the ball was getting switched, they were in 10 yards of space, and then ultimately they're getting up momentum while you're going backwards. If I'm a centre back or I'm a full back, as that ball gets switched, I have to be in his face on his touch. We weren't anywhere near in his face on his touch. And if I get an opportunity to give him a whack, I'll give him a whack. Just from minute one in the second half, Owen's position, especially on that far side, were miles better. As that ball was getting clipped over to Cozy Dubry, he was on his touch, he was winning balls. It makes it so much easier for you. Yeah. And that was how it changed. You're never going to completely change that or stop that, because they've got good players that are good in possession of the ball, are ball carriers, they're quick, they can travel. So you're going to have to defend 1v1. And at times, your mates are going to have to help you out, and you have to try and make a 2v1 if you can. I think we did that much better in the second half. And I want to stand and say deservedly won the game, but we pride ourselves on keeping clean sheets. I think we got 18 last season. We want to better that this season, and if we can continue to do that, it only takes one bit of luck or one moment of quality to win games. I thought we got both of that today with the first goal. I know Mal's just been talking there around his expectations. He's got really high expectations of himself. I spoke to him on Friday and said if he's going to reach the target that he wants to reach, then he's going to get some scruffy ones. He's going to have to get some headers. He's going to have to get some open goals, because he ain't going to score worldies every week. There's a scruffy one for him, so he's off the mark with that. And the second one's a unbelievable ball from Danny and a great header from Woods to seal the game and make the last 7 minutes, if you like, of injury time more comfortable for us. So a great start. Still plenty to work on and plenty to improve on, but some better signs in the second half.
It's interesting. I mean, we didn't have a huge number of chances today. It was an object lesson in finishing, the one from Mal, as you mentioned. But Kyle Wotton, I mean, I think he's been in double figures for the last 6 seasons in a row, and he's just so reliable in those situations.
Yeah, he is. And if you're being critical on where we were last year, we were, I think, second in terms of chances created last year. Yeah. We missed the most big chances, and maybe if you're being, like I say, you're being ultra critical, and hindsight you reflect, then that was maybe the bit that didn't get us over the line. That's all right. But we'll try and do everything we can to work on that and make that better this year. I'm not sure, like I say, what the stats look like today. It doesn't really make a huge deal of difference. We've scored 2 goals and we've kept a clean sheet, which has got us a vital 3 points.
I mean, the mood music going into the game was interesting because you must have had to work hard to keep positive because of the injuries again. half a dozen injuries to your first team going into the opening game of the season doesn't sound great. What are you putting this down to? Is it, again, are we talking about bad luck?
Well, we do everything we can to try and look at loading and minimise things around what we do. Again, what you do, players that either aren't ready if you don't do what you need to do, or you look at last weekend's game against Hull, Lewis Bate injured his knee in a tackle, and Teo injured his ankle in a tackle. We're playing a competitive game that's now played on brilliant pitches, but it's really, really high speed. It's impactful, and there's going to be those things. So I know from Mark's perspective, he doesn't believe in luck, but sometimes you have to accept that things might go against you. If there is a phenomenon of why these injuries are happening, someone's going to make themselves really, really rich when they find out what it is. But I'm certainly not that person at present. We'll continue to do what we do. Like I said, we play in a game that there is tackles. We're in a league where we've been spoken to by referees. I suppose the joy and the positivity of the Football League is that it's not non-contact. It is competitive. People do slam into each other. That naturally is going to bring injuries, and we've got a couple ourselves, but we're not in the minority. Everyone's carrying injuries. You look at what Bolton had missing today, they'll be in a similar boat. So it's not something we'll moan about. It doesn't change anything. Our job is to put a team out that can go win a game of football, regardless of what that looks like. We all want it to look brilliant. Sometimes it won't look brilliant. We've won a game of football today, which is great.
If you sort out the lights, I'll sort out the injuries. Is it a deal?
Perfect.
Top
Cheers,
man.
John. Thank you.
Thank you very much.